You speak as though I have conquered death. I live death every day. I am surrounded by it, smothered by it. Look at you now. He would have everlasting life. You seek to defy death, yet you cannot even defy sleep. And our like sleep is to death. It is a painted death.
Hey guys, I'm going to continue with the trailers in a second, but I just had a terrifying realization. Is this what Michael Bancroft says to his kids before they go to sleep at night? I mean, food for thought.
Battle Brick, Battle Brick, Battle Brick Road. The Battle Brick Road to 100K begins now. You're not in Kansas anymore. Wait, what? Eric Weathers literally lives in Kansas? The Battle Brick Road to 100K. You're not in Kansas anymore. But Eric Weathers is. Be a part of it. Let's make it happen. The Battle Brick Road to 100K. We'll sell you the whole seat, but you'll only need the edge. Battle Brick Road, only on Indiegogo.
In a casket you never leave again. Why candlelight, I soak and sniff carnation. In my casket, that's squeaky and old. I love to take a bath in a casket. In my casket, I can never catch a cold. I love to take a bath in a casket. A casket I raise. I love to take a bath in a casket, although I take my showers in a grave.
Hey, it's the Diaz brothers from Zate Comics.
And we're back with our latest campaign, bringing together all the greatest artists and talent that CG has to offer.
So take a look at...
Whoa! I'll take it from here, Diaz brothers. What up, people? It's your boy, Mr. CG. Allow me to be your tour guide on the biggest, bounciest beach party book in CG history. CG Vacation! We got bodacious beach spots springing up from the biggest properties in indie comics. Baby, you don't need those guns when you got these guns, you know what I'm saying? Featuring art from the industry's heavy hitters, as well as the best new CG talent. I'm talking Dale Keown, Billy Tucci, Auntie Bear, Shaq the Jetty, Rennie Draws, and many more, rubbing ink on hot properties you love, like Pit, Sheep, First Man, Sovereign Wolf,
Cyberfrog,
Shanu, the Lucent, Downcast. I could go on and on. And I will. We got Andy Smith, Kelsey Shannon, PTP, Kaylee, Lil Presti, Monster MD, Rage Tully, Graveyard Shift. Yo, on CG Beach, we even got the weeds covered. Or, uncovered. It's gonna be more than 50 pages of pin-up perfection, like Penumbra over here. Hey, mamacita, I was just walking by, and I couldn't help but notice. Holy crap, what the hell is that? We're all gonna die! Why are you posing right now? So what are you waiting for? Take a little break and get away with all your faves. You know you deserve it. Back CG Vacation on Indiegogo today. Later, gang. We got Dahl, Robertson, Joe Ball, Sontag, Miriam Diaz, Lawless, Bancroft, Romero, McMahon, Dalton, Casanova. Just too many to mention, dude. Nosfero, does this word not sound like the death bird culling the living dead at dawn? It is the name both ghouls and demons dare not say, for they know it means death for the undead.
What is up, you guys? How are you doing this fine morning? I am working on trading card 2 for Nosfero, the Crypt Walker. Thanks to all you fine people out there. We hit 25K and we have passed it. We're almost to 26K right now. What is happening? It is a beautiful thing. And as a result, I am creating 2 trading cards that everybody who backs the campaign are going to get these trading cards. The first trading card, which when I get the first one or second one done, I'll always give these like one more look just to make sure. So I haven't signed it yet, but this is what one of the trading cards you get is going to look like right here. And so again, for some comparison, here's some trading cards I just recently got right there. And you can see what the scale is of art to trading card. Now, I know some of you guys are saying, what is this trading card set that you've got right here? What is it from? What property, pray tell, is this from? And that's a really great question. And I can't believe that you guys at this hour in the morning are using the word pray tell. What the heck is going on? It's from this fine book that I backed on Indiegogo, Tiger Blue, by the wonderful Matt Fowler, and of course, Jose Garcia. And it has got some of the most amazing action and beautiful stuff that you're going to see in Comicsgate at the moment. And I have to tell you, Jose Garcia is just crushing it on this book. It's beautiful stuff. It's a perfect blend between style and story and concept. So any of you guys who've missed out on Tiger Blue or are interested in Tiger Blue, look into it. It is a great, great book. Beautiful, stunning, really great action, and you're going to love it. So right here, what I'm working on right now is a trading card that is going to feature the gigantic serpent character from Nosfero that some of you guys who've been in the streams before, I'm sure, have seen before on some of the pages. And Lascivia, who's going to be with this character, because, of course, why not? Why miss a chance to do another pinup-esque piece? Because that's what pays the bills. That's what's expected. That it's like monsters. And horror, creepy werewolf stuff, giant gorillas, which at some point I'm going to have to get to, outside of my art books, and of course, pinups. And that's what we do here. So we're going to work. And so when I started working on this piece right here, one of the things that happened last stream, and we'll hopefully not have a repeat, was the stream died right in the middle of it. But yeah, I'm working on this piece because I really want to try to make everything you get in this campaign, from the bookmarks to the trading cards, something that is beautiful to have, that it's almost like a mini, art print. And for those of you guys who've seen the reveal that Ethan did of my Cyberfrog trading card, which was an enormous painting, that painting was way bigger than it needed to be for a trading card. But I didn't know what Ethan was going to use it for. It was just a commission, so I thought I better give it my all. But that trading card is a really good example of the kind of stuff that I like to do. So it's just got this sweeping kind of epic feel to it. And I always think that, even in a small panel or a small trading card, you can sometimes just fall directly into the painting and into the piece. So once I get this wash area roughed in, and the reason I'm doing this right now is because when I'm painting with you guys, whether it's in the morning or it's in the night, sometimes I will forget as I talk what I was trying to remember I wanted to do. And when you've got a snake character and it's kind of wrapping around and it's like Spider-Man's webbing, you have to sometimes, say to yourself, okay, I got to make sure that I remind myself what was in front of what and how that works perspective-wise. So there you go. All right, let's take a look and see what we've got in the chat here this fine, fine morning. And thank you guys for being here. I appreciate all of you. So we've got, first and foremost, we've got Enrique Cabrera. It's good to see you, Enrique. Tip of the hat to you, my friend. I hope you're doing well. We've got Past Master Dan asking, when do you sleep, Shanth? And I quoted this movie, Thank You for Smoking. It came out a while ago, and it was the guy goes, Jeff, when do you sleep? And he goes, Sunday. So yeah, that's that's the one I always think about. Yeah, first to like, says Past Master Dan. Well, I'm sure we have 11 to 12 likes already because we've got 11 viewers watching. So I refuse to believe that we don't have a lot of likes on this thing. And let's see what we have here. We have got, let's see here, Sundays, nose candy. Oh, that's terrifying. That's terrifying. It's like, let's see here. Hail Shop, what is up? Jeremy Burtz, it's great to see you, my friend. Let's see. Leg Kick 1 is here. Leg Kick 1, great to have you here in the chat. Here you go, Scottsley. Hale, I go to sleep right after a shop stream and wake up before another one. Life is pretty all right sometimes. I agree. And it's always great to have you with us, my friend. So it's I'm glad that we could do this thing. Apex Comics, great to see that. Yeah, paint me a horror comic. Done, sir. Done. One horror comic coming right up. That's what we do here. Let's see. Jeremy Burtz is here again. Apex Comics. Look at all you fine people here coming in and saying hello. Except for that guy. That guy's trouble. I should get rid of him. Scottsley is here. Jeremy Burtz. Great. Yeah, that trailer. I loved that trailer. And I love Truth, Justice, American Way. For those of you guys who don't know David Brohawk Williams, I'm sure you guys know Gabe El Taib because that's who I do my Double Impact show with. We do that show together. And then, of course, Gary Martin, the legend who tells the best prank stories of all time. If you haven't seen one, my goodness. Let's see. We got Terror in the Trenches, of course. Battle Brick Road is almost to 100K. Guys, we've had a massive push on that book the last couple of weeks. And I think it's something like $315 or something away from 100K. So anybody who hasn't backed it, what's up, General Piggy? Great to see you, my friend. That's the best icon in the biz. At some point, you need to commission me to do a full-blown acrylic portrait of that, done in the old style, old master style. It has to happen. Clint Stoker's Dracula. Yes, guys, check it out. He's another member of CG Team. I don't know if you guys have been keeping up with CG Team, but that show is just killing it right now. Like, we are having such a great active chat. Lots of viewers tuning in to watch it. Eric and the guys have been building that on their channel now for, I want to say 30-something episodes, maybe like 38 episodes. And I recently became a member of CG Team, which was awesome because I love those guys. And we're just doing some fun stuff on that show. So do check it out. If you're not subscribed to Eric Weathers, do hit him up. Everybody's saying their hellos. Skellington, good to see you, my friend. Let's see here. General Piggy Hale, long time. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I'm doing well. As far as I know. You never know. What is up? Lord Ravener with one of my favorite things. Can't dodge the lodge. Can't dodge Lord Ravener because Lord Ravener is always there. Always got your back. Always in it. Always on it. Always want it. That's Lord Ravener in a nutshell. I just heard the voice. I just heard the voiceover. The mistake. Yeah, I know it happens. It happens. Let's see here. Yeah, howdy. Let's see. Aaron, it's good to see you, Aaron. I hope you're doing well this morning and doing well. Oh, my God. I know you were making comments. You bet I am. That's right. I got to make oh my God, just jumped again. Heavens to Betsy. It's jumping. There's the link to the comic K33 and Scene Morning. It's good to see you, my friend. How are you doing this fine morning? I hope you're doing well. Let's see here. Scottsley Passmaster Dan. Yeah, I'm here. Shh. I can't just be, incognito is how Passmaster Dan likes to roll. And we support you in that, my friend. Scottsley, right on. Skellington. Yeah, absolutely, guys. We're having fun here. Good morning, Julie Pascal. See, every now and again, I'll do a morning stream. Make it more possible for you to tune in, and it's not always got to be late night. Had a fun time with my brother. So let me get painting here. Had a fun time with my brother, Von Klaus, last night, talking about Evil Dead, talking about indie-ness, which is to say something that, of course, is the lineage that Comicsgate and CG and all of it is tied to, which is indie, doing things independent. If you can't see what you want happening in the art form, I got to stop saying industry because it's one of those things to where industry comes out of the art form, and all industry is something that is built on the most commercially successful stuff in an art form. That's all it is, which means, and when I say commercially successful, I don't mean commercial as a target. I should say the stuff that people love and they choose to invest in. And so that's the thing that I think about when we're doing this art form is we're the indie scene, but the indie scene, the only difference between it is it has no holds barred ability to appeal to an audience. It's not about doing something that deliberately doesn't appeal to the audience, which I know a lot of people have come to think it means, but the industry has got that pretty well covered right now. So we don't need to worry about that. So let's see who else we've got here. We've got, ignore the demented clown in the back. That's right. Pay no attention to the demented clown in the back. Good morning, Julie Pascal. Guten Morgen, Shant and Jetty. Art, and all here. Absolutely, Odin. And let me just say this. Vielen Dank. I probably pronounced that wrong, but I do my best. General Piggy with a super chat right out of the gates. Heavens to Betsy. Oh, snap. That would be an honor to have you do a drawing. Whenever you have the time, let me know how much it costs. Yeah, I love doing stuff like that. I think it's a blast. Yeah, of course. Yeah, I would totally do it as an acrylic painting. I think that would be really cool. I do a lot of those for everything from Haunted Mansion recreations to actual portraits of people like Woody Strode. And I always have fun doing that kind of stuff. It's always a blast. And so I used to do for a while when I was teaching at art school, and I guess it doesn't matter what I say now about it because I ain't there. But I used to do graffiti in the bathroom at the art school I taught at. So something to ponder. And one of the bits of graffiti I did, my graffiti were things like I would do a Rembrandt master copy on the wall or a Vermeer. So yeah, my graffiti was about bringing art out there to where people were, and it was always so fun to do. But yeah, I love painting. It's too fun, man. It's way too fun. Let's see here, Shant Jetty Art. Hey Shant, I think you missed it in the chat, but Skellington just became a backer. Whoa! Where are we? Thank you for catching that for me. Let me see. I had no idea. Looks amazing. Scottsley, I just did 100% worth it. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. My stars and garters, hail, and thank you so much for backing the book. Much appreciated. I got to go take a look at that now. Heavens. My stars and garters, look at that. 407 backers. My gosh, hang on a second. Let me share this. Seanth reading, hooked on phonics. Let's see here. Chrome tab. I just saw I'll tell you about that later. Hang on. I just saw some reference I'm painting from. I thought, better not share that. Let's see here. Add to stream. There you go, guys. There you go. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. We are at, gosh, I can't even believe this, $25,815. 407 backers. This is a blast, guys. Thank you so much for your support. I do appreciate it, guys. We're just trucking along here. I mean, I think that this is probably one of the most incredible years that we have had in CG. And I think that I was talking with Vaughn last night after the show. Believe it or not, as late as my shows go, when I have guests on and we do fun things like that, sometimes we'll talk afterwards, and that can go on for hours. It's nuts. So it kind of never ends. But the thing we were talking about is because with Monster MD, Vaughn did kind of came out of the gates with this amazing campaign, but he was like I would say second wave CG, but we're talking about 2000, gosh, I want to say this around the same time Narwhal launched his work and came on the scene. So the very second wave, and certainly the first really big original creators to come on the scene. And that was something that I was thinking about when I was talking to him last night. And it's just, it's such a cool thing to see so many creators doing great work and moving things forward. And I love this stuff, man. I love it. Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much. Hey, Maromi, how you doing? Good to see you. Tip of the hat to you, my friend. It's great. Eric Weathers, my brother, my artist brother, my brother in painting. It is great to see you. I was joking with Vaughn and on the stream last night, and also after the show, I check everybody who is all of my Comic Cape brothers. I check your campaigns in the morning to see how they're doing, and your campaign is kicking butt, man. You are almost there. What's up, Devil Flyer Momentum? Oh, snap. Hey, Sean. Hey to you. It's good to see you, my friend. Yeah, everybody's saying hello, hello, hello. Look at all the love here. Thank you so much. Okay. So, Eric, in case you're wondering if I walk the walk, this is what I'm wearing this morning to paint. That's the mood I'm in. I'm in a battle brick state of mind. Do you understand? Guys, come on now. When one of us has a huge milestone, it is because we have been supported by everybody in CG, this amazing crew of backers who are just like, make me some art. Make me some great art. I want to see some great art. And I'm going to give you the resources to do it. And there's nothing better to me than that, than having that supporting you, that kind of attitude and energy. And that's really what it comes down to. And so what I want us to be doing when we're here, when we're doing this kind of work, is making sure that we're bringing that attitude to the game. There we go. I think that's working. All right, here we go. So let me see here. Boy, this is just a soup of different things here. So yeah, I mean, that's the thing that's so cool. So yeah, hail Eric Weathers. I have to tell you this, guys. If you haven't been checking and refreshing on Battle Brick Road, you are missing out. Frege has had several milestones. Okay, well, did I miss something? Hold on a second here. Frege has had several fire. Oh gosh, you're probably quoting something that I have said that I forgot that I said. Milestones. Oh my god, you guys are killing me first thing in the morning. But yes, it is very, very cool to see all of you guys here. Yeah, Frege is at I forget what Frege is at now in terms of oh dear, yeah. Oh, too soon. Yeah, oh my god, man. Yeah, I have not had the pleasure of that experience, and I have to tell you, no thank you. It is I have heard from many that it breaks some of the strongest men around. It is a joy like no other. So yeah, rough stuff, man. But Frege is tough, man. Frege is tough. Wasn't for Frege, I wouldn't have gotten to see all of those really great photocopies, and I guess they're photocopies. I don't know if they were scans and printouts, but I think they're photocopies or something of some of the great Stephen Platt artwork that's been done. I was really into Stephen Platt when he came on the scene, in terms of just the sort of vitality and sort of youthful fun that was in that early Moon Knight stuff, and certainly issue 5 of Prophet. When I went off to college, I had the Prophet issue 5 cover as a poster on my wall. And I also made sure I got the Stephen Platt cover for 4. It was one of the variant covers. So yeah, I love variant covers. I love art. Like anytime I can get a lot of art, I'm happy. So for Battle Brick Road, I backed both. First, I backed Eric Weathers' cover, and then because I was just chomping at the bit to back it again, I backed the Kenneth Rocafort cover that's there. So for those of you guys who are Kenneth Rocafort completists and have not backed Battle Brick Road's Kenneth Rocafort cover, make sure you go and do that, because that campaign is ending in a couple of days, guys. And that's the way it is. Yeah, do you know what I'm talking about? It's like, oof, yeah, Kidney Stones. Yeah, it's rough, man. Everybody's saying, hail Eric Weathers. Yeah, oof. And bring it back to comics. That's right. Bring the art back to comics. Bring it back. It's horrific. Yeah, amen, man. Frege tough. Yeah, built Frege tough. Sean, you want a free digital download of Dan Frege's original 90s run of Black Flag? Oh, my gosh. Holy cow. That sounds awesome. Yeah, yes, please. Let's see. As long as Frege's all right with it, it's not something bad. He was definitely a splat in a good way when he hit the scene. Yeah, he was. I will tell you this. There's a lot of artwork out there that I see that I think someone is going to someone's going to come along and do something that artwork was exploring, but do it in a new way, and it's going to be something that really hits the audience. And I think Frege's stuff, Stephen Platt's stuff is a really good example of that. And it's funny too, because Frege's very much an artist in terms of influences and innovation. He's a real student of the arts. He's a real student of visuals, and I love that aspect of him. He's the kind of person you could listen to talk art all day, and many do. And it's such a fun thing to me. There we go. Let's see if we can make that happen. There we are. And then we're going to frame that figure in there. Because, when you're getting trading cards, guys, I always think of them as little art prints. And yes, they're about the characters, and I want to make them like character cards. But I also want them to be paintings in their own right and prints in their own right. And that's the thing I really enjoy, You'll have to copy and paste. There you go. Yeah, there you go. He was, did you change the paper you're working on? Yes, I did. Yeah, I did. It's got a much smoother edge. Yeah, I changed the it's a board now, so it can and it's got a canvasy sort of texture on it, so it emulates what I love about the watercolor paper. But it just gives it this I can push the values a lot further than I was pushing them before. And for a horror comic, and this is the same paper I used for the Diaz brothers for the piece I did for Phil, the downcast pinup piece of the gal underwater in the scuba gear with the shark and with Monstro in the background. And so this paper has been a real blessing. It has I wouldn't say it's because it's not just about speeding up the process, but every artist, to keep that vitality in their work, has to be able to paint and work at the speed of thought. And when a media, it just holds you up too much. And it's not that, by the way, it's not that I don't like gouache. It's that it's I do. Let me tell you, I love gouache and I mean, I'm using them both pretty much in the same way. But sometimes when I want to do a glaze, so I can just get a color effect, this has been really a part of pushing what Nosfero is going to be to the next level. I mean, this is the best work I've ever done. And I've always been a acrylic and gouache painter, so it's, but I just have never done this particular technique. This is the first time I'm doing this. So I've painted acrylics on canvas, painted gouache on watercolor paper and illustration board, but I've never used crescent canvas board to paint acrylics on, and it's giving it this really great comic style. The board is, there you go. Asked and answered, but let me take a look. It is Crescent. So it's Crescent brand canvas textured board. And then on top of that, there's different thicknesses of it. And this is the thick, you know what I mean? So there's like the medium weight and then there's the thick weight. And this is the one you want because it's not going to buckle as much and it can take more stuff, for lack of a better way of putting it. Yeah, G clay. Okay, there you go. Yeah. I missed something there. Let's see here. All right, there you go. But yeah, I love that stuff, man. It is just there's technology always happening with different software. So you get things like Clip Studio and all of those kinds of things. But what's really interesting is there has been a lot of progress in the manufacturing of paint. And so one of the things that I've kind of realized lately is that there's new kinds of media that I have not, ever used before, but it's a new innovation. Hold on a second, move my camera up a little bit there. It's a new innovation in terms of what people are doing. Yeah, absolutely try it. Absolutely try it. Hey, what's up, Big Boy Robo? Fashionably late again, always in fashion. Let me tell you something, my friend. Always dashing, always in fashion. That is Big Boy Robo. But yeah, you try it. Seriously, guys. If there's something you see me doing and you ask me like, hey, what's that thing you're working on or working with? I'm always happy to tell you. And anybody wants to get started doing any of this stuff, that's what I'm here for. I do enjoy it because I do think that making art and painting is something that runs deep with human beings. It goes all the way back to the cave paintings. It's a form of expression that I think it should be very much the same as, keeping a journal or writing notes. If you feel the inclination to sketch and draw, I always say that it's something that you should do, even if it's not something that you can make money on. For some of us, that is where our artwork and our art journey took us. But I'm not a professional writer. Actually, take that back. I'm a professional writer on my own stuff. But I mean, I don't just write novels by myself, like just on my own, but I always practice writing because you have to do this. Holy cow, an honored guest, the choice voice. You must have heard had your ears burning last night because I was talking about your Star Trek films, man. I hope you are doing well. Greetings to the best artist on earth. Just want to pop in and say hello to the great one. Thank you, Michael. Feel free to hit that like button, man. I know you're subscribed. It is a pleasure to see you here, my friend. Everybody subscribe to The Choice Voice. The Choice Voice is one of my favorite channels on YouTube, and the man who introduced me to Hammer Horror Films and allowed me to do a Star Trek poster for his great Star Trek fan film, which was amazing. Starship Valiant Animals. If you haven't checked it out, give them a look. Nicholas Jane Shake, what are you doing in here, my brother from another mother? Some of us are still doing cave paintings, says Nick Jane Shake. Oh, you're killing me. It's all right, man. Hey, listen, whatever gets you through the night. It's good to see you, brother, my main man. So let's see here. Gosh, I got 2 really awesome people popped in the chat that I often don't see it here, guys. So give everybody there a look and a listen and check them out, man. Great people. Let's see here. You'll be fashionably on your own funeral. Not a bad thing. Absolutely. Humans need relationships with beauty and art, whether that's music, painting, writing, or whatever. Amen. That is so, so true. Yeah. Hail Ming, long live Flash. Absolutely. Yeah, guys, I will tell you this. I just got, I don't know. Okay, I have to ask this question. Maybe I'm missing something. Let me scroll here. But I just got recently we have to get together this Sunday evening night, if possible, to shoot. Yes, absolutely, we will. You let me know, and we will do a stream, Michael. Just you've got my cell phone. Shoot me a text, man, and we'll do it. Yeah, it's great to see you. Absolutely great to see you. I love talking art with this guy because we both love art and movies and all that great stuff. So this is the thing. Yes, I agree with that need for art and all that stuff. But I just saw this Ming and Flash. I just got the NECA. They just did a new Comic-Con exclusive one, and then there was a first one and a third version of it. But I just now got the middle version Flash and Ming figures from NECA, and man, do I love that. Man, do I love those figures. They are so great, and I'm a huge Flash Gordon fan. One of the great honors was I got to do a comic book short story in a Flash Gordon 75th anniversary anthology, and it was written by Len Wein, the great Len Wein. And so, yeah, there's some bucket list things that get accomplished, and that Flash Gordon hardcover was one of them. Because this isn't, I know a lot of you guys who are regulars on the channel know this, but this is not, this is the finest work I've ever done in comics. I always did more traditional kind of pen and ink type stuff. Very, McFarlane Image Comics based and that kind of thing. But this is not my first rodeo doing comics. And heck, before I even did the pro work, I was self-publishing comics starting at 14. So comics runs really deep with me, and so do things like Pulp and Flash Gordon. I love that stuff. Let's see here, Sean. Oh, thank you so much. I love you, brother. Thank you for that. Have a great day and hug the family for me. And you too, absolutely. I have to tell you this, Michael. Hopefully you're still here. My wife said to me the other day, honey, you know what? And please pass this along to your better half. She goes, Michael's wife is beautiful. I went, yes, she is. I said, yes, she is. So we're sending love to you and yours, my friend. And I will tell my son, who's a big fan of yours, that you said hello, and I'll give my daughter and son a big hug for you and the missus as well. You do the same for your fine family, and we appreciate, tip our hat to you, Choice Voice. But this is the thing. When you're working and when you're putting this stuff together, what I always say is that your inspiration, the stuff that speaks to you, is big. And Flash Gordon, to me, is something that is going to be an element in my work, or it's been an element in my art books and those stories that I do, but it's going to be an element in my work always, that kind of pulp sensibility. I will probably get into doing some true Flash Gordon-y space opera pulp stuff at some point. Because I do have a couple of paintings in me that I want to do, even if they're not full-fledged stories. But that is something that I love very much. And if you look at the vampires, you can definitely see a little bit of Ming in there, which I also love. I don't understand how you can keep adding colors and everything gets brighter instead of muddy. It's like watching magic. Thank you, Julie Pascal. I appreciate that. Yeah, thank you so much for that, and we'll chat soon. Absolutely. Give your best to the missus. Much love. I don't understand how you can... Okay, so here's the secret. The secret is never in the quantity of colors you use for how you keep it bright when you're adding colors. Like, it's not about a number. It's you rig the game. You pick complementary colors and colors that are analogous, and you never add too many ingredients in at the same time. So I'll give you one of my favorite things that I tell people that kind of horrifies them about painting. If you want to make a brighter red from a red you already have, and try this sometime and it will freak you out. Mix two reds together and you will see that they both cancel each other's brightness out. Even though they are very similar colors, they will not get brighter. It is the strangest thing. And so what I always tell people is you have to decide when you're using a red if you want to mix yellow into it or if you want to mix a purple into it, and that will shift it and give it a richer color. But you can't mix two reds into each other. You can't mix two oranges into each other without killing the color. So the paints I use are all the primary and secondary colors, and that's the secret. So I have a tube of purple, tube of yellow, tube of orange, tube of green, tube of red, and that's my key. So right here, this rich, bright color that you're seeing is a brown that's made from a purple mixed into a cad orange. So it's a yellow orange and a dioxazine dark purple, and it makes this really nice wash. And that's the only way to get that color, is to get those two bright colors mixed in, give you beautiful mud, earthy mud. And that's where people run into trouble with skin tones too. They mix a bunch of similar reds, whites, and oranges together to try to get flesh tone, and it doesn't work. You have to go for it. You have to mix in a deep purple. You have to mix in some blues and some cools into those highlights, and you really have to go for it. And that's the thing. When you guys are getting, the best way I could put it is what you're buying when you're paying for these comic books is, and I think it's so important to remember this, is you're paying for decades of mastery at a particular art form. And that's really what you sell. Like when you're hiring an architect, when you're hiring a plumber, when you're hiring an electrician, when you're hiring anybody who does any kind of work with their that requires the evolution, the gaining of hand skills, you're paying, and the same thing goes with surgeons. You're paying for the time they spent gaining those hand skills, and that's what it comes down to. That's what we're after here. You see, I wonder why my Wi-Fi is being weird. Hang on a quick second. Let me see here. Mason W. Oh, thank you so much, Mason W. I appreciate that. And how are you doing this fine morning? Just working hard, man. That's all it's about, right? It's and enjoying you guys in the chat. Enjoying all of you guys in the chat. It's been a very, very crazy week with Nosfero hitting 25K, with getting monetized on YouTube and being able to do super chats and all that stuff. I gotta be honest, my head is still spinning. And I told my wife, because she's, bless her, she's been with me for 20 something years. And I said to her, I said, babe, you have to understand how completely strange this all is. Like it's so new, and it's something, it's technology, and it's an opportunity to put your work out there that just did not exist previously. It just was not something that was there that we had access to. So it's still overwhelming, to be sure, to see what we've got the ability to do and who we can talk to. It's like you can broadcast a TV show, for heaven's sake. It's wild. Let me see here. Oh, thank you so much. Hang on one quick second, guys. I'm going to check something. Stop the cam. Hey guys, we've got a printer that takes Wi-Fi, and every now and again it will try to sap my Wi-Fi. So I'm trying to make sure that we keep a good signal. So let me just double check and see if that helps. Hang on a sec. Do you think you'll get to go live this early in the morning without me? No, I didn't, Dragon Pisces. I'm so sorry. Far be it from me to have thought that I would have that capacity. So, I don't know what that was about. So let me just see here. There we go. That looks like it's doing something. Let's see if that helps. All right. So let me see what I missed. I'm Tasty and Chewy. Amen. Official Polyworld Trainer. Hey, yo. Hey, yo. Good to see you. Let's see what else we have here. Absolutely. Dragon Pisces. Great to see you. Great to see you. And we tried to tell him at Dragon Pisces, wait for Dragon Pisces, but no. Absolutely right. Your Wi-Fi bucket sprung a leak, dude. You don't even know. It is definitely one of those glorious things that happens here in the Ingetti household. I've got a demented son of a bee sting. Hang on a second. I got to check one more thing. Chill for a sec. Just a brief intermission, guys. Sorry about that. So yeah, my kids, God bless them, go to school and leave all these devices on that have automatic downloads set up. So all of a sudden our internet gets really slow. And I'm like, what the? So yeah, just want to make sure we don't have that problem too much. And we'll see how it goes from there. But you never know. Okay, let me see here. So I've got that, and here we go. Yeah, the gremlins. Guys, we have construction on this road all the time, and I'm running into this stuff. It's just getting tiresome. I'm going to have to call the company to come out here and take a look. So yeah, so here's where we're at right now on this with, oh shoot, let me angle the camera. Here's where we are on this with Lascivia. And so now I'm going to show you, oh boy, I'm going to show you the flesh tone process. So flesh tone, one of the most difficult things to master. Please make sure you hit like and subscribe if you have not. Always got to remember to say that. But here's one of the biggest tricks in the world. Someone had asked me a couple of streams ago to do, and sent me a super chat asking me to do a glazing demonstration. So here you go. Here you go, folks. Let's see how this goes. So first step, all shadows in flesh tone are going to have worms in them. And so here we are. Let's see if I can make this work. So step one will be to glaze those worms that are going to be in the shadows into it. And there you go. So even though this character is going to have fairer skin, I want to start with the shadows. I'll show you what I mean. So now that I've got that in there and glazed over that red onto that piece, and since it's acrylic, the ground is going to stay stable. Now I get to play around with dropping in some highlights. There we go. There we go. Getting those reds into the shadow there. Make sure we're in frame. Now I'm going to go in and drop a little bit more red in there. And here's the biggest trick with flesh tones. You do not put your strongest warms into the highlights because that's where the skin reflects the most light, and it's going to usually reflect, if you're in sunlight, blue light, but it's not going to reflect red. Red's going to be where that light passes through and gives you those warm shadows. So that's the big thing. Yeah, Lady Grey Boob. Exactly, that's right. Lady Grey Boob. And so the key is to go in and start to put those warms in as your shadows first off. And then you can start to fool with the highlights. So whenever I get to, say, a navel, I'm going to go in and put that warm note into that region like that. And that's what's going to help give it its more believable flesh tone quality. And so that's how I build this stuff when I'm working, is I'm thinking about, like, how am I going to put this stuff together in a way that brings it the most energy, you know? Sean, I mean, your art is beautiful. Thank you. I appreciate both. Any port in a storm, Scottsley. Any port in a storm. Yeah, it's crazy stuff. Let me see here. Let me see here. Move this over. There we go. And then here is that highlight right there. And then I'm going to bring this around and start to rough that in. You can see what happens is if you've got a flesh tone like color, depending on what lighting you're doing and what the value of the skin is, whether it's dark or light. It could do different things. And then it's whether it's, warmer or more olive, like my skin is a little bit more olive colored. That'll affect what you do in terms of your painting. But I always say, once I'm in a comic book or an illustration, the flesh tone serves the illustration. So I try to drive it with the lighting. But you can see right here where you've got thinner parts of the body, like with the hands, where there's less there, you can always take those in a painting and go warmer, and it will feel correct. So you always want to have where the light's going to pass through the most. You can really go full color value with that, and then have that taper as you get to a bit of a thicker part of the body right there. And so that's the fun thing. That's what I love about doing this stuff. Hey, what's up, Ellie? Good to see you. How are you doing? Yeah, Scottsley's traumatized. He's traumatized by something. It happens. So that's a big factor for me when I'm working and I'm trying to sort all of the various, stuff out that I'm doing, is trying to make sure that that we're getting that aesthetic, that vibe, to the piece. And then I always like it's a potter's wheel. One of the things I'll always do is I'll always move that's reflecting back into the camera. Like it's a potter's wheel. One of the things I'll always do is I'll rotate the piece. And that's something that is one of the most important things, is that your wrist, you will get really bad carpal tunnel if you rotate your wrist to draw. And you just, kink your wrist over into weird angles in order for you to be able to get the proper angle. Rotate the paper. The paper will cause much less lasting damage to you when it gets rotated than if you are continually just turning your wrist around and folding your arm in knots, believe me. And so I'm a big believer in reminding artists when they're working to go and just turn the paper. Do you see how that warm red note? Let me see if I can get that light on it a little bit and see if that helps. Do you see what I mean? See how that starts to build up all those warms? Let's see if I can get it at an angle where the water's less noticeable. But that's how we're going to build this piece up here. So now I'm going to come back into here, grab a little bit of the warm and a little bit more white. And I'm going to wash that in there. There we go. A little bit of red. Just to give it a little bit of a warm note. And we'll see here. Love painting with you guys. It's a lot of fun. It's a little weird at first, I will say, in terms of anybody who's a bit of an introvert. But it really is great to work on this comic, because you guys are making this comic happen. You're making this possible. I can't overstate that, man. It's big. It's really, really big. You see here, Stephen Rockwood. Yeah, man. I'm here for you guys. I'm here for you guys. Leg Kick One says, explain Eric Larson. So I will tell you my Eric Larson story. Because I mean, like I said, I've been pursuing comics for a really long time. I've got comic stories for almost everybody. I've even got a Billy Tucci story. And the Billy Tucci story is, of course, as I'm sure you can imagine, a story of meeting Billy Tucci at a convention and him being really nice. That's it. Billy, if you're watching this at some point, if somebody clips this, let me just tell you this. I can imagine you can't remember every single person that you ever met. But I met you at a convention once, and you looked at my portfolio, I think, which was really nice, because almost nobody did that. And you were just really nice and supportive and talking to me about comics. And I was just like, wow, this person's being nice to me. So I really appreciate that. But I had an experience with Eric Larson, and he was holding court. This would have been way back. He was holding court with a lot of people showing work. And he's like, can you show me I said, can I show you my work? And he goes, that depends. Is it good? Is it really good? Is it going to be worth my time? And I was kind of like, because I got it. There's nothing wrong with that. It's part of the game. It's part of the thing. Like, he's probably looked at a lot of stuff. And I said, yeah, it is really good, actually. So I took out my work, showed it to him. And he was like, you could tell he thought it was good, put it that way, because he wouldn't have said what he said next if he didn't. And he goes, "This is really good, but I bet you're slow as hell." And I was kind of like going, "I'm not that slow, but I'm not Grease Lightning, but I'm certainly, faster than some, slower than some, maybe at that time." I mean, I was a kid. But it was amazing, like, that it was such a bizarre, it was the kind of experiences that you had back then all the time, where you got what I found at comic conventions during this particular time is that if you had skill, there was a group of people who were really resentful of it. And shockingly, they weren't the most skilled people. One of the nicest reviews I ever got, or just someone looking at my work and being kind, was Dave Stevens. He was effusive, and it's incredible. Dead stop by 656. Okay, wait, I was like, I think I keep missing things. What the heck? Oh, I did. Hey, what's up? Yeah, absolutely. Explain Eric Larson, Boom Scott. Okay, cool. Dragon Pisces. Watched Tombstone for the first time last night. Maybe a double impact idea. We love Tombstone. It's Phil's favorite movie. I love to close out the streams with it. Yeah, Tombstone's great, Dragon Pisces. Worst case of carpal tunnel at Leg Kick 1. Absolutely. Yeah, he's got bad carpal tunnel, I'm sure. Yeah, there is some great stuff coming down the CG pipeline. I just backed some cool-looking comic on Rini's channel. Very nice. Called Death Tour or something. Okay, there you go. Yeah, great stuff. Let me adjust my glasses. They're fine. Hey, Dragon Pisces, I totally agree. That would be a great double impact movie. So do I. I third that. So I will have to run that by Gabe. Dead Stop by Dead Stop by 656 Comics. Gotcha. I just figured out how to read that. Hail Chat Duart, good to see you. Tip of the hat, my friend. Tip of the hat. Yeah, Tombstone is a great movie. You're a daisy if you do. Let's see here. Is there any value in hazing newcomers like it? Yeah, there is. I've had many experiences like that. I never quit, though. There's absolutely a value in hazing newcomers if by hazing them, it is the beginning of some type of mentorship or whatever. But with him, it was a haze and didn't ask me for, to keep my samples or to ask any questions. It was just kind of like a dead stop. So, I'm your Huckleberry, says says Dragon Pisces. And let me say this. See, I just went into Tombstone. A daisy if you do. This is the thing I will tell you. So my mentor, who I don't want to bring his name up and bring any, his way because of what I do. But when I first met him and showed him my portfolio, he said to me, and I quote, "So, are they teaching you any art at art school?" He was brutal, but it was very much like Pai Mei. I actually refer to him as my Pai Mei. I say I'm Bill, and he's like my students would say to me back when I was teaching. They would go, "Oh man, your critiques are very intense." And I would say, "Yeah, but you have to understand, I'm Bill. My mentor was Pai Mei. He'd snatch the eyeball out of your head." But he would, when he would do things like that to people, it would be God, what's the thing? Where Pai Mei grabs Beatrix by the arm in Kill Bill and locks it down, and she's in so much pain. And he goes, "Do you admit that you're a helpless worm?" And she's like, "Yes." And he goes, "Do you want this power?" And she's like, "Yes." And he goes, "Tomorrow we begin." That's it. And when there's no tomorrow we begin, then the kind of blasé sort of, blah, 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 it's like, it is not really it's not going to get you anywhere. And you can always tell the difference because I've had so many hard critiques. There are the resentment critiques, and then there are the I'm tired of looking at portfolios, which are, people are allowed to be tired. And then there are just the kind of petty sort of ones. And I got a bunch of those, and I got some hardcore stuff as well. That was great. People supported me. Look for the Freemasonry references in Tombstone. I will. Wow, holy cow. You guys are sharp, man. Yeah, that's Past Master Dan. Yeah, absolutely. Is there value in hazing newcomers? Yes, look for that. You called down the thunder, and now you've got it. I love it, man. Yeah, it's a great movie. Yeah, I'll most likely kill you in the morning. That's right. Hey, what's up? It's good stuff. Hail, my lady. It's great to see you. Yes. Hi, Shanth and all, and hi to you, of course. So, yeah, I mean, I think that there's always a history of hazing in comics in any art form, and it definitely can build closeness on some level. But I think it's got to have some purpose to it, and people who are really skilled at it and know how to do it in a way that it's not where it's not counterproductive. And as a teacher, one of the things that I learned was, and I think I was always fairly good at, was how to do those kinds of things in a not counterproductive way. And of course, that's not what I do now. It's not my profession now. But it's one of those things to where you hear stories of great mentors and great editors in comics going way back. And I'm sure there was always some element of that stuff. But I would say that the most important thing is it's got to come from people with a lot of skill you respect. And funny enough, like I said, the most skilled people that I've met, they balanced incredibly well their critique with a psychological commitment. So they didn't, the harder they kind of came at you, the more they were committed to working with you and improving you. And when somebody, comes at you like going, well, I bet you're slow. I bet you don't have the skills, kid. And you're like, okay. And you're waiting for the next part to happen. And they're like going, okay, like there's no proving ground. That's when it is what it is. So that was my experience with him. I was kind of like, all right, didn't really blow my skirt up. So let's see here. We're just stopping by to say hello. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate when you guys come by and leave a like and subscribe if you haven't. But yeah, please do hit that like button. We got 27 people in here right now. It's appreciated. And I hope you're having a great day at work, Mr. Monkey Boy 1969, as always. Yes, everybody's saying hello. My mom was a teacher, and the thing I learned from her is don't be a teacher. It's not worth it. Oh, my God. Yeah. I will tell you this. Whatever any of us do work-wise, it's ultimately about, you got to ask yourself, if the positives outweigh the negatives, and those can be getting paid a lot for something that you're not wild about, if that's something that's important so that you can vacation and do the things that you want to do. I know a lot of people who really enjoy their jobs for the vacations that they can have on the other side of it. And they're good at their jobs. They're effective at their jobs. But then it's like, yeah, Stephen Rockwood, why have you not subscribed? Why have you not backed Nosfero the Crypt Walker? I've known you forever. We grew up in Chattanooga. We were in a barbershop quartet in Skokie, Illinois. I don't understand it. What the hey? That's right. We need a CG line of projects. Products. I'm sorry, projects. I knew that. I knew it was products. I just said it wrong. We need a CG line of products. I agree. I really do. I would love to see some. I would love to see Ethan make comic book paper. I know he's got so much on his plate right now, but I definitely think somebody could do some great stuff with that. And I want to make sure that when you guys are asking me questions about my technique and what I'm doing, that I can provide you guys with the best information, because I think that that one of the great things when we were talking about the hazing of new artists or whatever that's happened. I mean, it's weird because I'm a little long in the tooth for that at this point, because I just am. I'm at the age right now where it's like, I know how to paint. I know how I don't know how to paint in terms of like, you never learn it all, but I know what I need to learn and how to go about it. And at this stage, when people, when I talk to people, there's just none of that involved as much as it is, here's what you need to try this, try that. And I love that stuff. I love that aspect. Let's see here. Random. Oh gosh, sorry, Random. My glasses just keep slipping down here. Fight the unruly students to protect the good students. I got you. Fight the parents that don't care than the parents that do. Fight the, yeah, of course. Yeah, absolutely. You have to, love being a teacher for all it's worth. Yeah. And I think that, that's the biggest thing that, that this allows for. And, that I like about what we're doing here right now, which is, it's like this, the people who are, how do I word this? People come into streams and they come into, Comicsgate and art making to have a good time, to, make, to do something that's meaningful with their hard-earned cash, which is backing cool projects by cool people, all of that kind of stuff. And what is weird to me is, and I mean this is a sincere thing, the term that's being used that they want to teach college students in college right now is disruption, how to be disruptive, how to disrupt systems. And that carries over into being disruptive in class. It's like they get applause for making the experience miserable for the other students. And that kind of reward for people who come in just to disrupt things, just to cause chaos, and just to tear things down is something that we've been seeing gaining, or I should say that gained popularity and is starting to lose its luster. And so, yeah, when you come into a classroom and the student you have the least amount of time for is the person who actually wants to learn how to draw and paint, and the student who is demanding most of your time is the person who wants to talk politics, guess what, guys? It's not very rewarding. Politics is boring as hell. It is absolutely boring. Absolutely boring. Oh, my gosh. So many people popping in here. And thank you, guys. Hit the like button, please, and subscribe. 40% said, I only ever hear mediocre, overrated artists being dicks. I agree. Guys like Larson, true talents always say something positive. Could you even imagine someone like, say, Simonson being an asshole? Well, here's your answer to that. When I got into my college, Walter Simonson was an alumni, and the college had him call me at my house to convince me to go to the school. And he was absolutely nice to me as a young kid. And I've talked to him a few times. He was always nice to me. So, yeah, Walt Simonson is a great guy and really nice. We have the same birthday, September 2nd. We were both born on September 2nd. Me, Walt Simonson, and our shared mentor, a guy named Tom Segros, who passed away, gosh, I want to say almost 10 years ago. So, yeah, there's your Walt Simonson story. CG would make a kick-ass paper. The QA testing group would be, would critique it to perfection. You're so right. Warlock, what is up, Warlock? I used to be a tutor. It was a big commitment to invest in others. The potential student had to show dedication. Otherwise, it was usually a waste of time. Yeah, Howard Pyle, man, that's what he did when he was training illustrators. Holy crumbs, there's a lot of you in here. I have a friend that teaches math to inner city kids. She's miserable. Yeah, those people are saints, and we should just write them checks frequently, or send them bottles of whiskey. Hey, what's up, Cranberry Langers? Hello, CG, and hi, Sean. Much appreciated. Glad to see you here. Citizen Ronan. Hey, Sean. Is that illustration board or canvas board gessoed? This is non-gessoed illustration board. So it is crescent canvas textured board. And this is the thick canvas textured board. So I don't know if you guys can see this. Let me see if it'll focus. Probably not. Shoot. Sorry, let me put my hand here. Maybe it'll focus on my hand. And that'll get to work. Wiggle, wiggle. Let's see if it works. Come on, pay attention. Shoot. There we go. That's the thickness of the board. You can see it a little bit. It's a very, very thick board, and it's great. Hey, what's up, Bane Mailer? Great to see you. Yeah, please, guys, like and subscribe if you're popping in here. Let's move that. It helps the algorithm. It helps this channel get views, and I really, really, really want to be able to do more of the stuff that we're doing on this channel. And the biggest thing is I want to see Eric Weathers get Battle Brick Road. That's where I'm wearing this hat. It is, I think, $315 away from hitting 100K, and that is my brother, man. That is my CG team brother. So the more eyes I can get on this channel, the more eyes I can get on my own work, and certainly helps my own family. But I want to get more people into comics and into what we're doing here in CG, and you guys make it happen. In a world full of bullies, be a Steve Rogers. Yes, I love that character. Love the portrayal. It was great. Yeah, Bane Mailer. Hater. Yeah, absolutely. Let's see here. Warlock, the best people who gained the most were the people who wanted to learn. A lot of students just wanted to pass and get by. Yeah, absolutely. Pay your fee and get your B. Yes, paper. Yeah, absolutely. Love the paper. Angela Curry, it's great to see you. And I'm sorry your joke was stolen. Hey, Sean, hey, chat. Random McGranderson, I don't think positive personality is reserved for good artists or bastards. You're right. Yeah, you'll find some pleasant people and some dicks everywhere across all skill levels in all places. Yeah, absolutely right. So one of the things I've often said is that, what's the word I'm looking for? Is that I used to think there was a certain type of person who had a certain kind of experience that was a jerk, and a certain kind of person who has an experience that was a nice person, which is very naive. There's a certain kind of temperament, certainly raising, like how people are raised and how they're taught, that affects that. It's so important. Oh my gosh, Stephen Rockwood, holy cow, September 2nd is his birthday too. There you go. See, we have more in common every day, every stream. We have more in common. Morning Past Master Dan. Hello, Cranberry Langers from Angela Curry. Big Boy Robo. Yes, everybody's saying hello to Cranberry Langers. Hail Ming. Indeed. Good morning, Angela Curry. I don't even know what that means. God, I'm old as dirt. Hail to the Waffle Lodge. Skip Edwards Art. It's great to see you, Skip Edwards. I hope you're doing well today. Past Master Dan, likewise, indeed. Eric Weathers, Battle Brick Road, guys. This is something you get, not the cap. You get this patch free when you back Battle Brick Road. I backed it twice. I backed both God, I'm so tired. Eric Weathers cover, because I do like to have the cover by the artist who does the interior. It's one of my ticks. I just love that. And then I also got the cover by Kenneth Roquefort, which I think is his first CG cover. So if you are a Kenneth Roquefort completist, do, in fact, back Battle Brick Road. Back it once, back it twice, back it often. It is almost to 100K. It's going to be, it's an amazing book. I have it, but it's going to be amazing when it hits 100K because Eric Weathers has been doing some heavy lifting for CG since he came on the scene as a letterer. He's been doing it from the beginning. This is his book. He is doing some of the best artwork of his career right now as both a painter and bringing that painterly approach to his new story. So please, guys, back that book. I cannot recommend it high enough. It's going to hit 100K. It's got 6 days left or 5 days left, I think, for you guys to back it. Is awesome. Thanks for the answer. Now I see you get that watercolor feel. Absolutely. No gesso. Yeah. I try to get, there's this feel I like of both oils and Ansel Curry's laugh. And there's this feel that I like of the way that paint moves inside of water or inside of a thinner liquid. And it kind of gives it that feel. So some people use turpentine or glazing material, but I love that. Look at Ethan's comments on his closeout announcement. So sad. The whiners out there. Oh gosh, look at Ethan's comments on his closeout announcement. Huh, I did not know. I don't know. I haven't seen it, so that's interesting. Let's see here. Hey there, Angela Curry. Good to see you. I've got to learn how. Oh, good to see. Oh, got it. Good to see you. Do you guys understand how slow I am? That you wrote what it was before I saw it, and I was like, still couldn't get it. Someone help me. I'm telling you what, guys. Was the Sistine Temple on time? Does anyone really care today? I would say this. Okay, so when I think about this, is the way I sort of view it. There's this aspect of trust in our backers, and the thing about it is that if I know I'm going to get the product, I see the person working on it, which you see Ethan working on it all the time, I'm not as concerned because I come and I'm not saying people can have whatever feelings, opinions they want to have, but to me, there's nothing worse than getting a crummy book. And there were times when they were trying to keep the books on time. I get it. I absolutely get it. But I would get a fill-in artist on, say, a McFarlane book, and I'd have rather waited to get McFarlane pages because now there's this art jump in the middle of the book, and it just doesn't flow. So when we're talking about creator-owned projects and Mobius doing Blueberry or the artist who worked on Berserk, God rest him, or any of these people, most other places in the world, they're thinking about this book like Harry Potter, sitting on the shelf. Now, when you've got George R.R. Martin and he's not going to live to see the ending of that book, that's a slightly different thing to me. Past Master Demo used to inspect construction sites for things like safety, accuracy of plans, etc. I was a dick when I needed to be. Sometimes you have to be a dick. So, yeah, well, of course. Yeah, absolutely. It's like arguing with an insurance company, for heaven's sake. Sometimes you got to apply strategic dickery. Thank you, Citizen Ronan. Absolutely. Amen. Random McGranderson. I used to get the slackers to pick up the pace. There you go, guys. Yeah, I've got a lot of working folks here, hardworking folks. And that's something that we all can appreciate, without a doubt. Shoot, what was I going to say? I was just thinking something, but yeah, I really do think that for me, I need Cyberfrog when I get it. And this goes with any book. When I got Battle Brick Road, let's see, when I look at Jose Garcia's stuff for Tiger Blue, Jose Garcia is fast, but if that artwork wasn't beautiful, I wouldn't care how fast I got it. Do you know what I mean? The different artists have different sort of skill sets, and that's the thing that I love. That's why I'm happy to be in Comicsgate. Yeah, absolutely. Everybody's like saying, yeah, hey, amen. Hey, what's up, Matt Barr? How are you doing? Blueberry was dope. Absolutely. Yes, I love Blueberry. I've got, what issues do I have over there? You got to forgive me. My glasses don't do long range. I think I have, I just can't see it. I think I have Geronimo. I don't remember what book that was. And Dust. Those are the two I have over on my bookshelf. Mobius is amazing. The greatest Mobius book, for anyone wondering what the greatest Mobius book is, or Giraud book, Jean Giraud book, is a book called Blueberries, and it's just a collection of his paintings and sketches, and it is soul affirming. It is so beautiful. I don't know what it sells for now. There's no limit to being late. Going over schedule is forgivable. It pains me to, gosh, I'm so sorry about my glasses, guys. My vision's tired. It pains me to think of what never got from Masters because of monthly schedules that we are talking about campaigns over a year late. Yeah. But I would say this too, right? It's like, John Malin said something that I thought was really, that I agreed with and I found insane. Like that I thought it was insane that I thought this and was like, oh my God, what does that say about me? But it's so true. He said that he would pay $100 to back a book that was a 20-page Travis Charest story. And I was like, yeah, I would do that too. I would absolutely do that. Hey there, Scottsley. Yo, Past Master Dan. Milo Manera. Oh, man. What are you guys doing to me this hour, man? Milo Manera is the man. Amazing work. Hey, everybody's saying, Skip Edwards saying hi. 40% Zed. If you don't want late books, go buy them in a store. You're right. If you're backing crowdfunding, you're going to get some books late. It's just the way things are. Yes, Romy. Hail, hail, hail. All these nice people. Yes, Pastor Sam. Oops, Mobius. Yes. Skip Edwards. Holla. Random McRanderson. You're simping. Hey, you guys are so funny. Ellie, I have no problem waiting for quality project. There is so much garbage out there, but there is also gems. I'm discovering. Oh my God, I read so slow, guys. There are gems out there. I'm getting so much, but it's jumping too. I'm discovering from the past, like Jodorowsky's Dune, yes, DVD, which had Mobius concepts. Guys, let me tell you this. It was cool how Blueberry was all brushwork. I know, it was so good. Blueberry's great. 40% that I have different expectations. It's okay to disagree. You're not just not understanding that this is retail. Okay. Darren Wag, D-Wag, what's up? Hail chat. My good friend Dale Keown said he was going to do a cover for me and not Skip Edwards. What in the Sam Hill is going on? Dale. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Dale's the man. I actually was looking at my copy of Pitt that I've got kicking over there. Dale Keown, y'all. Dale Keown. Hail Darren Wagner. Big Rare. You read good, Sean Fitzkay. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it. I'm not a Keown fan at Darren Wagner. P.S. God, stop. Stop the violence. Stop the violence. Hail D-Wag. Oh, shit. Guys, it is way too early to be cracking me up that much, man. Oh, my Lord. My stars and garters. You guys are hilarious. By the way, can I just point this out? And thank you. Like and share. Absolutely, Matt Barr. I do appreciate that. Please, please, please. I do appreciate that. Guys, make sure you like and you share this out. But how cool is this? That this acrylic painting is a trading card that I'm getting to do like old school, like Frazetta comic book art. Or I'm getting to do comic book art that's like everything I love about Frazetta, Mobius, and all those guys. And that the trading cards that are going to come with this book are going to look like finished, beautiful illustrated paintings when I'm done with them. I mean, that's the thing that I'm so excited about on this project. I just look at this stuff and that I'm getting to do this quality of a painting for this card is so fun. Oh, yeah. I think Sean needs a 43-inch TV just for chat. You're not even kidding. I'm telling you right now, you are not even kidding. Because, when I've got, and also, too, when I want to show the paintings, I'm trying to make sure I get the angles right. And that's one of the things that is frustrating to me. But I try to read the chat, and then I'm moving from looking at paper to a lighted screen sometimes. And I think sometimes my eyes just start to feel it at a certain point. Let's see here. Hey, Past Master Dan. Yep, Nosfero the Crypt Walker, guys. Please, please back it. And thank you, Bane Mailer. I appreciate that. I like animals. And I like illustrating animals. I like gorillas and I love bulldogs. Anything that's got a wrinkly, soulful face, like rhinoceros, elephants, anything that's got that kind of quality to it. I really enjoy painting and illustrating. Gorillas being one of my favorites. It's kind of amazing that there didn't end up being a gorilla in this book, but we definitely have more than a good share of gorillas in CG books. But I really like monsters. I like big kind of hulking monsters, which is probably why my favorite comic book character as a kid was Hulk. And then when it came to humanoid characters, I loved and still love Mike Zeck's Punisher is one of my absolute favorite Punishers. I just love how beefy and how rough he made the face look on Punisher. It looked like his face looked like a meaty fist, man. It was awesome. Yeah, 407 backers on Nosfero, man. It's doing some great stuff. I like animals and I like eating animals. Let me tell you something. I don't know what I'm having for dinner, but I hope it had parents. Let me see here. You're like a brother-in-law to me, D-Wag, but you're stream poison. Oh my God. Hippos are related to horses. That's true. And manatees are related to elephants. Ponder that one. Let's see here. And by the way, has there ever been an animal more mislabeled visually than a hippopotamus? Those things are killers. And they have those little ears and those sweet faces. And they're just like, and they will charge you down and snap you in half, man. It is some scary stuff. Yeah. To be honest, I can see your enthusiasm for animals over the human figure, not slight by any means. Hey, listen, I love it all, guys. I love it all. If you, whatever aspect people like in my work or anything I do that draws them to the point to where they want to buy it and back it and support it, I will always say thank you so much, guys, for your time. So all things are taken that way, my friend. My favorite artist is Lee J. Ames. Okay, let me see. I feel like we've had this conversation or I'm just having deja vu and I haven't. Hold on a second. This is going to haunt me. I don't. Oh, yeah. That stuff is great. Yep. Absolutely. Great stuff. Had to go look. River Horse. Yeah, there you go. Absolutely. Hail Sheltain. What's up, Broken Compass Comics? It's great to see you. Absolutely. Yeah. K33 and Scene. Absolutely. Let's see here. Let's see. Hippos kill a lot of people each year. Yes, they do. They are scary. Hippos are also related to whales somewhere in the species chart. They share an ancestor. Holy cow. Isn't the world amazing? It really is. I was disappointed seeing a Wolverine in a zoo. Yeah, never once did it call me bub. Yeah. Wolverines are like drag you across the driveway strong. We are all related to each other, just not octopuses. Don't trust the octopuses. Amen. I agree. Yeah, true indeed. I recently discovered my comics that I made in high school in the 80s. I was like, wow, what cool characters. Then I realized I killed them all off in the first issue. What was I thinking? That's how they all go, though, man. Those high school comics, it's like, it's just a bloodbath. Big Boy Robo, absolutely. The octopuses are way too smart. You're telling me. The zookeepers keep taking away their cigars. It's totally depressing. Yeah, I like to illustrate octopi. I like to illustrate, all of that kind of stuff because of the Lovecraftian interest that I have. And it's really fun to illustrate cephalopods. And I also love watching documentaries on cuttlefish and the camouflage stuff that they do, which is just, I find a lot of inspiration in nature. One of my favorite things to watch has always been the Attenborough Planet Earth, high resolution stuff. I started when my kids were still in just learning how to speak, and they're twins, so they were sitting in their little bouncy seats. I would put on the TV every now and again to entertain them, Planet Earth. And I still remember when the music would come on at the beginning of the first Planet Earth, my two little kids, or my son in his bouncy seat going, Planet Earth. And I just love that, man. I just love it. I love my kids and I love my wife. I'm a lucky dude. I don't know how the hell I got that lucky. Look up Pablo Escobar's Cocaine Hippos. Not going to do it at this moment because I'm going to get on a list. Sean loves tentacles. We know it. Hey, listen, you know what's so funny about that is, and this, look at this. This is I know I get the joke, but I have to say this is totally on point, right? Look at this. That is my water cup. Can you see it? Random McRanderson, can you see that? It's like a Lovecraftian octopus skull, and then it's got an octopus tentacle for the handle of it. And what's cool is this is my water cup for painting. You don't run it through the wash because it's resin cast, but it has a metal cup that slides out of it. I got it on Amazon. It had good reviews, and it's great, man. I love that thing. So yeah, I love creatures, dude. I love that stuff. But hopefully, I hope you could see that. I don't know if that showed up all right. Yeah, I had the same disappointment myself. Yeah, absolutely. Naughty Tentacle Confessions, indeed. Broken Compass Comics. That's a cool cup. Yeah, it's great and it's heavy, so the chance of me knocking it over is low, and the chance of it breaking is also low. Do you know what I mean? And so it's a great cup for water when I'm painting, and really happy with it. Really happy with how it's come out. And I ordered it just recently because I'm doing so many of these streams, and I needed a better water cup. And I just thought, when I'm painting for you guys, I really try to consciously think about what I have around me and make, what I do here on Jonathan Jetty Art, whether it's, in the comics, the stickers, the prints, the bookmarks. I want it to be a fun experience for you guys, and I want to put some thought into it, what you see around you. So when I pan the camera over, you guys are seeing cool stuff, because we need all the inspiration that we can get. And that's true during every time period. Inspiration and the inspiration, as you guys know, that we do in CG is inspiration that requires perspiration. So it's a heck of a thing to be so fortunate that people are passionate about your work and passionate about the stuff that you're doing. And to for anybody who puts in decades and decades and decades trying to develop the skill to make great work, when you're doing that and you're focused on it, and there's no big success coming, you're not having that great moment, the determination and diligence it takes for you to keep doing it is a big deal, and it takes a lot out of you. And so this, to me, much like when I was talking to Vaughn and so many other people in CG who are friends of mine, is that this is the realization of a dream, but it's also the realization of all the hard work that goes into making this stuff and putting yourself out there. Do you know what I mean? Do you use a water cup to dilute the paint or wash it off? I use it for both. I guess you use different brushes for each color. Nope, I use the same brush. I'm a total lazy, silly guy. The way I use my paint, it doesn't take much for the thing to get cleaned off. So I just roll the brush on a paper towel, bat it back and forth, beat the devil out of it, as Bob Ross would say, and then I just go. Water. So important to drink. Do you use a water cup to blah, blah? Yes, I also use it to drink as well. I should add that. I want to get a copy of that cup for work. Hot beverages allowed. Well, here's the thing that I would imagine. It's got metal in the inside for it to be cleaned out. So I would have to say, yeah, it must be able to do hot beverages. Hang on one second, man. Hang on. Let me see if I can find it. I don't know if this is good customer service or not as an artist for backers, but I'm this way with everybody. When someone asks me like what kind of paints I use, and I'm at, getting my car repaired and I'm waiting for it, I will like go online and send links. I feel like I'd love to say it's just a Southern thing or whatever, but even Southerners are like, dude, you're weird. That's what it is. Hang on a second here. Okay. And is this the right one? Okay. I don't know if this is it, but let's try it. Let's try this. Let me know if this link works for you, Random McGranderson. Okay? Let me know if that worked. Let me see here. Oh my gosh, my glasses. Ellie Munoz, usually you have two different water cups, one for cleaning and one with clean water when you want to dilute. Yeah, I am just like, go, go, go. I need to keep things as simple as I can. And here's another weird thing. Sometimes when the paint mixes up in the water, it's really nice for kind of dulling the colors a little bit. I don't know. I don't know if there's a rhyme or reason. Yeah, just beat the devil out of it. Amen, Bob Ross. We love you. Thank you, my friend. You left a beautiful legacy of inspiration and imagination, and we love you. That's all there is to it. Beat the devil out of it. He would always chuckle after he said, yeah, because he was doing it right, man. He was loving it. He realized he was a lucky guy to be there, and he was sharing with you the joy of painting. It's the best titled show you'll ever see, because it really was somebody who believed in. I got to get the bill of this cap to curve right. I don't like flat bills on my cap. It drives me crazy. But yeah, he would love it, man. Have you ever drank out of the wrong cup? Yes, I have. When I was in college, I was drinking soda and painting in oils, and I actually got terp in my mouth from grabbing my turpentine container. And that has got to be one of the more dangerous things that can happen. But you know it immediately. You're like, I just poisoned myself. I did not swallow it. It was like, just touched my mouth. I freaking was spitting all that stuff out. Yeah, metal means not allowed in microwave for heat. Yes, absolutely, for reheating. So yeah, you can put a hot drink in it, but definitely not microwaving it. Why would anyone do that? If a cup of coffee goes cold, you drink it cold. If a cup of coffee goes cold, yeah, if a cup of tea goes cold, it's dead. Link works. Thanks. Hey, my pleasure, my friend. My pleasure. They have cup warmers you plug in. Wow, there you go, Odin. That new Creep Show series had a Bob Ross Evil Dead story. It was glorious. Ooh, that is so cool, man. Oh, at least that was it. Oh no, at least that was it. Yeah, it's one of those things to where there's those levels of fatigue you get to, and the levels of new parent fatigue, and pulling all-nighters, college student fatigue, all of that stuff. And it's you do things that you look back on and you go, well, that wasn't a good idea. And I have more than my share of that kind of stuff where I just look back and go, oh my gosh, man, how am I still alive? Yeah. Oh my Lord. Yeah. If my life has a phrase that frequently comes to mind when I see people making those kinds of mistakes, to their peril, I always think, but for the grace of God, go I, man. I'm a very appreciative dude of all of the opportunities I've had, and I've taken my share of licks, and definitely learned at the School of Hard Knocks. But every day I wake up really appreciative of what I have, and I will say this. Not only do I wake up appreciative when it comes to working, but I get annoyed with myself when I'm not. And that might be a step further, but whenever I find myself frustrated by anything going on, like, something breaks or I'm tired, or I just can't get this particular thing I'm working on to work as well as I want it to, I always say to myself, hey man, imagine telling yourself what you're doing right now, back in the day when I was going through some really, tough stuff as a kid. This is the sort of the dream I kind of held on to keep me going. And it was a silly dream, man, because you don't know if it's going to happen. You don't know if you'll ever get out of tough situations. And when you do, there's this appreciation that sort of washes over you that you can't really, it's hard to quantify and it's hard to put into words. And funny enough, that is a huge part of what this book Nosfero is about. This book is a book that is not in a hokey sort of way. It's almost like it's taken for granted. I don't like belabor the point, but Nosfero is somebody who has been through some things and has struggled towards the light always. And it's his core decency has been the thing he has not been able to have crushed or defeated. And sometimes that is a tough thing to navigate for him, but he has been through stuff and he has overcome it. It's not a bleak book. And I really have to tell you guys, I do not have a bleak worldview. I couldn't sustain it. It's just the way it is. Hold on a second here. Oh my gosh, I missed a bunch of stuff. So sorry, guys. Let me see here. Let's see here. My dad smoked and he used to ash cigarettes into an empty soda cans. Yes, I've had a drink of a soda. Oh, man. Yeah, I know a guy who took a sip out of his spittoon once that he was spitting his dip into a can, and that'll change you. Hey, what's up, J-Bot Art? I must reheat my coffee about 3 times before I actually drink it. Hail chat. Hey, what's up? Bassmaster Dan, my son drank cigarette butt one time, laughed so hard I choked. Totally worth it. Broken Compass Comics, that was a great episode of Creep Show. Ted Raimi was in it. Yeah, absolutely. Ted's the man. He was in Hard Target. Hey, what's up, RT Bear? I tip my hat to you. That woman needs a face. Well, there's all kinds of different ways of doing it. What's up, Art? And I tip my hat to you. I bow to you. I bow to the bear. That is by far one of my favorite intros that I've done, my friend. And I'm looking forward to Black and White. I cannot wait to get that book, man. It's going to be awesome. Hail Ming and long live Flash. J-Bot Art, good morning. Brandon McGranderson, ugh, traumatized. Pastor Dan. Art T-Bear, God bless you, young man. Absolutely right, man. Absolutely right. Hail Ming, Odin. You guys are crazy, man. You're bringing back the love of Ming. Where on earth did the chat just jump that much? My God. Let's see here. Hail, young Master T-Bear. Enjoy the grind, Bad Crow Comics. I will. And back at you, my friend. I appreciate it. Hey, Art T-Bear. Hail Ming. Ben Random McGranderson, Hail Odin, Art T-Bear, God bless you. Okay, cool. I'm just making sure I'm caught up here. Bleak is for the week. Amen. Let's see. Bill, Big Boy Robo, Hail Ming. I got to take the kiddo play outside. Absolutely. Go do it. Popped in to smash the like. Nosfera's looking awesome. Sean, thank you so much, J-Bot Art. And say hi to the little one for us. You can't have a bleak worldview and like tentacles. Random, you got me, man. Ashes are sterile. Yeah, absolutely. To strive is to be strong. They're sterile. It tastes so bad. Yeah, that is true. I drank coffee, hot or cold. It's coffee. Amen to that. Mason W., what is up? I got an original layout page from Black and White Volume 2. I can't wait. Yeah, I had that ash can back in the day, man. I had that black and white ash can. I see it on eBay all the time, and I remember getting that. I don't remember what convention it was at because I was going to a lot of different conventions during that time. I would go out to San Diego from the East Coast. I would go to Chicago. I'm pretty sure it was either in California or at like a diamond distribution convention. I can't remember where it was, and it bothers me. Unless I bought it at a comic shop and someone brought it back from if someone brought it back from a convention. But honest to God, it's one of the weirdest things. I can't remember. Yes, guys, back. Art T-Bear's Black and White. Absolutely. Saw the cup, J-Bot Art. Absolutely. Hey, what's up, y'all? Thank you so much, Art. I do appreciate it, my friend. And you've got the best first name a person can have. I love this stuff, man. So thank you so much. One of my Art, I will tell you this, as an inker, and please correct me if I'm wrong. As an inker, there's a project that you inked that is one of my favorite comics that I've ever read, ever. Or I should say 2 issues of comics that I've ever read. And that was the New Fantastic Four that was penciled by Arthur Adams. I believe it was written by Simonson, if I'm not mistaken. And you did the inks on it, if I'm not mistaken. And I remember seeing that book, and it hit me like a ton of bricks. It was there was this comic book shop that is long closed that was in Chattanooga, Tennessee. And I went to school on this at this school that was on Missionary Ridge. It was just like right up against it. And there was this bus tunnel through the ridge. And on the other side was a comic shop. And I walked through that bus tunnel, really long bus tunnel. You can actually look this up. And it's on Brainerd Road, this very big bus tunnel. And on the other side, there was this comic shop. And I remember walking through and picking up one of the printings. I think it might have been the second printing of the first issue, but I also got the first printing later of the New Fantastic Four. I love that book. I have the most wonderful memory of discovering it, picking it up, and wishing that was going to be the comic book for the next 20 issues. Such beautiful stuff. So just had to share that memory with you, man. Yeah, absolutely. Hail chat. Past Master Dan. Oh my gosh, here we go. Thanks, Mason. Hail, everybody. 40% Zed. Had a great conversation. What's up, Son of Liberty Radio? About comic covers last night with Aldous. Yeah, going to pimp the replay, guys. Click that link and check it out. Hail Art T-Bear. Hail 40% Zed. Is that true, Past Master? There you go. Artie Bear is the best, indeed. At Jonathan Jetty. Art, what is your process of plotting out the writing for Nosfero? Oh, it's okay. So first I come up with the overarching story in my head. I have to have that plot to start. And then what I do is I approach it and I attack it from key images of scenes. And so there's conversation scenes that are really important that have to be in the book. And I know what the mood of them is. So I attack it scene by scene. And so that's how you'll see me work. You'll typically find me, once I work into one scene a certain amount, I'll then grab another scene and do a piece to make sure I have almost like a color key of where it's going. And then the other day, I will wake up in the morning. When you don't see me streaming sometimes, it's because it's the work I can't really show, where I'm just sitting there with my laptop, writing out dialogue, thinking about literary references. But that's my process for breaking it down. Send Art the link, Sean. I will send Art the link if he wants to pop in here and say hello. I will do that in a New York minute. So, but that's up to Art. He could have stuff going on. I don't know. But yeah, of course I would send Art the link. Yep. Oh, yeah, of course. I mean, I can see the signature in my head, so imagine how fun it is to find yourself on a stream drawing with someone whose work that you admire that much. It was a blast on Ethan's channel, man. And that's just how it is, I've been fortunate. One of my mentors who but I don't want to get him into trouble. I'm sure you know of him, who trained me a lot and gave me a lot of advice, and he's just a terrific guy. Just sitting there and drawing with him and all that sort of stuff is and hanging out with him and talking art now is just, it's the best. Yeah, Art is now thinking. Yeah, there you go. Art Adams, Art T-Bear are one of my favorite. Yeah, art teams, absolutely right. Art teams, indeed. Art T-Bear got his start of Lunar Manuscripts, man. I love that stuff. Laugh out loud, Angela Curry. You are welcome. There you go. Sweet Shantha Jetty. Sweet Shantha Jetty. Nah. Yeah. Oh my gosh, Brainerd Road. I used to go to that comic shop. I know you did, man. I know you did. I saw you there all the time. It's getting dark now. Like Stephen Rockwood, I used to have this I love to do like the long running gag thing. It always makes me laugh, and I love stuff like that. And I think that's a very hard thing to explain to people sometimes. Like the love of the in jokes and the things that we love to do here in CG, but we love to do in comic shops, all of that stuff. That's the fun part of it. That's the fun part of it. And that's what I live for. There we go. Just roughing that silhouette in there. And then I'm going to drop in a little bit more of, let me see which one I want to do here. I think I'm going to do more of a dark silhouette right there. Because when it comes to my lighting and how I approach this stuff is I'm always just kind of winging it, Yeah, everybody's saying hello to Art. Everybody is excited to have Art in the chat. And this is the thing about it. Hold on a second here. King still owes Art 5 gold pieces for some cliff work. Oh my gosh. I will tell you this, guys. The fact, like one of the things that I thought was really cool about the stuff that Art's been doing lately is how much range he has stylistically. And it's funny because it kind of makes sense. Like, obviously, if you've inked a lot of different people and you're able to bring out the best in their work, you have your own sensibilities. But as an illustrator with things like chrono mechanics and then going to black and white, that's the thing that both him and Shane have in common that I think is really interesting. The ability to switch gears in different stories, like with Starlight Cats versus Inglorious Rex. And just the stuff I'm seeing from Inglorious Rex is just crazy. And it's the same thing with black and white. The black and white stuff that Art's doing right now is just, it's next level stuff, and that's what you love to see. And the same thing goes with Ethan and Cyberfrog, man. I mean, when I back Comicsgate books, I am paying, my belief is, and my hope is that I'm paying for the next level work of that artist. You know what I mean? It's one of those things. Like I want to see people doing, the next level stuff that they're capable of. And it's, I think that, that was definitely the case with the first issue of Cyberfrog. I know it's going to be the case with Black Flag. I cannot wait to see. The pages I've seen are so great, but I cannot wait to see that because I bought Black Flag at the comic book shop, not that comic shop that me and Stephen Rockwood used to both shop at, but another one that was in downtown, or moved downtown. It used to be closer to my house. And then I remember getting Black Flag when it was out in the new comic section. So I got that the Wednesday it was released. I got Black Flag. I don't have any of my old comics anymore, unfortunately. But of course, I noticed the Todd McFarlane cover on it. That didn't hurt it at all. I mean, and it's just, it's a trip down memory lane when I see that stuff. That's the stuff that I love about comics, man. It's and I will tell you this, guys. When I don't know if any of you guys, ever, I'm sure you did. What am I even saying that for? About to say something ridiculous. I was going to say, I don't know if any of you guys have ever had long or short boxes of comics. And I just, as that was about to come out of my mouth, I was like, that's the dumbest thing you could say. I am quite certain many of you have. But when I no longer had my box of comics anymore, it was because I was just, it was like, you move, you have all these different things going on, and then you repurchase your collection later, hopefully. And also a lot of it had to do with, the whole frustration of trying to get, gosh, I've just been drawn off frame. The whole frustration of trying to get into, the industry. And so I was just hanging on to a few, but I didn't, those ones I had early on when I was a young kid that I was getting were so important to me. And I kind of feel, there was just random stuff no one would care about, things like, Malibu Comics Presents, which I actually went and bought some of those, where they were talking about all the new Image books that were coming out back in the day. I don't know if any of you guys remember those, but I have a whole stack of them in the basement. And but I lost a lot of those great books. But to have, and I just recently got a brand new short box to keep my Comicsgate books in, and I didn't realize like how many positive memories that was going to bring back for me of putting those books in there. Do you know what I mean? Let me see here. Yeah, the great thing about picking on art is that he doesn't remember things the whole time. Yeah, I lost them in a boating accident. Yeah, if only. I lost my guns in a boating accident. Yeah, who was it who said that? Darn it. I know that. Oh, no, that was Ricada who lost his gun in a boating accident. That's who it was, right? Mr. Monkey 1969. Past Master Dan, let me know if that was a reference you were making, but I know Ricada said he lost a gun once going overboard, and it cracked me up. I was like, oof. Yeah, that's not a good thing. There we go. There we go. Now she's going to have, if you know Lascivia, she's got this great headpiece, which I'm going to try to, paint in here. I mean, obviously it's going to be on here, but I just want to make sure I first rough in the general sweep of the figure. So we'll see how it goes. Hold on, let me adjust my glasses again here. Yeah, exactly. I had a complete set of the first prints of V for Vendetta when I was a kid, probably in a landfill now. Oh, Broken Compass Comics. Ouch. Yeah, my friend's older brother had those. We used to flip through those. Those covers were beautiful, man. Those were beautifully painted. Yeah, I got a whole bunch of long boxes. I was trying to figure out what to sell to clear up some space. I couldn't do it. Not even my New Universe comics. Too many great memories. And that's what it is. Comics are memories, man. Remembering where you were when you got your Comicsgate books is becoming the new sort of happy comic book memories for me. Like I got Tiger Blue in the mail the other day, and I was so happy just because I love getting Comicsgate books. I was looking at Alien Alamo the other day, the Lost Pages. I've got that poster right over there. I love having my comics, man. I love it. The lost them in a boating accident is a gun for a meme at this point. Yeah, totally, it is, right? It's a common saying among the 3%. Yeah, I gotcha. Yeah, it's one of those things that I don't know all those memes. I have to be honest with you. I don't think I've gone out and gone shooting since I was like a kid. I went out, I could shoot I was pretty decent at shooting trap. I couldn't shoot skeet to save my life, guys. It just was not. But then also the other thing is because this eye is damaged on the right side, my eye's damaged. I'm right-handed and I left-eyed. That was where my vision was better. So I never really I was actually pretty good at it. But the gentleman who was instructing me on how to shoot goes, I keep seeing you try to look through your left eye, son. And he gave me some great pointers, and I did much better after that. But yeah, I got a copy of X Babies. I would be willing to sell. There you go. Yeah. What do you call it? Who drew that? Who drew that issue? Because I remember that time period. That was crazy. I love shooting skeet. Haven't in a few years, but I really enjoyed it. Yeah. I mean, it really taught me a lot about, hand control and all that stuff. Help Chimera Fund Testament 2. There you go. There's the Indiegogo link, guys. So jump on that if you feel the compulsion to do so, to back a Comicsgate book this fine morning. Go and do it. I have a boatload of brute force for cheap. There you go. Scott A. Yeah, exactly. There's some great there's so many great books. We're very spoiled for choice right now, and long may it be so. Long may it be so. There are this is probably my favorite time in comics. It really is. It's everything. I didn't know that we would have the technology that we have today, and we would have the opportunities that we have today. But we dreamt of things like being able to get your work out, being able to create your own means of getting the word out about your books, and thinking about that in a time where, magazine publications were the only way, or previews, or going to conventions, and doing it all in person was the only way someone could stumble upon your work. Those were tough times. And what we're doing now is great. You can really get the stuff out there. And that's what makes it so fun. But I love comics, and my love of comics has been so rekindled by Comicsgate. I mean, I never stopped really drawing comics, to be honest. But I was working and doing concept art and doing all of the different things that I do. And it was sort of the process of becoming the artist I am today really is tied to the history of Comicsgate. Those early times and those early streams inspired me to launch my first art book, which is, you guys know, is available as a perk and an add-on for this campaign. But that was the steps I took, where I basically went, okay, I just have to do a comic. Like, I have to do this thing, one more time. I got to try to do one comic my way, the way I want it to look. It's got to be painted. It's got to have, all of the different, story themes I want. It's got to have that great Haunted Mansion Halloween quality to it that I've always wanted to try to do, and then be a great pulp, character, great pulp hero. And that's the stuff that really made it happen for me. That's what's made it so fun. Oh, shoot, it just jumped here. I have no idea. I just remember at the time I was trying to collect X-Men, and I immediately wondered why I bought that. Shoth, paint the nipples. Well, there's going to be something covering them. I can't do that just yet. To me, and this is just an observation, that the snake is belching and blowing the women's hair back. Yeah, it totally is. You know what when you said that, you know what it just reminded me of? Do you remember that, was it an RCA ad or a sound system ad where they had the guy in the chair and his hair was blowing back as he was sitting in front of his flat screen? I don't know if you guys remember that. But yeah, that's crazy, man. That is such a funny, I don't know why that just popped in my head, but that just made me laugh. Let's see here. Yeah, Comicsgate is just so amazing. I agree. It absolutely is. Comicsgate is how I ran my comic shop. Pure capitalism and competition. Right on. Angela Curry. Yep, absolutely. Absolutely, Angela Curry. Memorex ad. That's what it was. Sony, I think. Maxwell. Ooh, look at this, everybody. Yes, great commercial. Yeah, that's the stuff. That's what it's like when you read a comic books. Yeah, free the nipple, indeed, Zed. I don't know why people are locking it up. Don't worry. It will be free in this comic book. There will be freedom. I will let freedom reign in this comic book. It will happen. So yeah, we're getting there with it. It is really it's such a wonderful thing to be inspired by comics again and be inspired by my fellow comic creators. All of the books that I'm collecting in Comicsgate all bring something different to the table. They all have something. Rich Ayala's Roach Balls, all of the different books, Lost Pages. Really looking forward to Lucent 2, Painted Death. I can't wait to get my copies of Narwhal's Nosferatu. That's going to be a lot of fun. I love Battle Brick Road. And again, that campaign is almost to 100K, almost to six figures. And that is, when that gets to 100K, that is going to be a party. I cannot wait for that. When I was a kid, we lived 5 minutes walk to a combo arcade comic shop. Did you mention that one of the last streams where there was like arcade? There was like the arcade on one side, and then there was like on the other side there were the new comics. Long gone. I used to read comics, but the first time I really noticed a standout book was Vengeance of Bane in 1993. Very cool. Covering Before Nipples. Got it. Exactly. That's right. Covering Before Nipples. That's right. It was. Actually, you just cracked me up. It's weird that I can see the shape of her face in the paint. Yeah, paint does these magical things, guys. It's why I love painting and painting with you guys, so you guys can sort of see how this stuff happens in real time. It's amazing how that works. Yeah, Memorex. Fun fact: that was Peter Murphy. There's a vampire artist for you. Yeah. There's a vampire artist for you. Amen. Yeah, I've been looking at a lot of Hammer Horror did adaptations of a lot of their movies, Curse of the Werewolf, and they got these great artists to illustrate them. I believe there is one by is it John Bolton or John Bolland? I can't remember, because I always get him and the guy who illustrated Killing Joke confused. But he did the painted Evil Dead, Army of Darkness comic, and his stuff. His drawing, his pen and ink stuff that he did of Curse the Werewolf is just beautiful, man. Like, I love that stuff. Really great stuff. Let's see if I can get that light on there a little better for you guys. Sorry about the angle. There we go. Yeah, I mean, if I do my job and the job I really think is the most important, one I have, is you guys are when you guys get Nosfero, it's like you're going to be opening up, a whole bunch of inspiration, and fun and beauty and, all of the stuff that we're doing, we're showing people with our artwork in Comicsgate. We're showing people what can be done. And my sincerest hope is that there's a whole generation that comes up reading these books and expecting greatness, like we used to expect greatness when we walked into the comic shop. And I think that it's not too much to ask that people be great at their profession and they be great at the art form that they devote their time to. And I think that's what we're doing here. Uh-oh. Trouble in the chat. Oh, okay. Bolton. There you go. John Bolton. Yeah, that stuff is great. Yeah, John Bolton did paint Hellraiser books too. Yeah, they're great stuff. Actually, one of my buddies who just popped in the chat, his name is Nicholas Jainschig, Gainschigg. That's not easy to say or spell. But he did a Hellraiser painting. Hail the chat. What is up, Phil? I was just talking about your comic. Hey, Phil, you were saying you want to come on some shows this week. What days work for you? Let me know in the chat what days work, and we'll do a show so we can talk about CG Vacation. Yeah, there's a link for CG Vacation. Sprinting towards 20K. Hail Zaid Comics. Hail Phil. Hey there, Zaid Comics, says Angela Curry. Yo, the dying days of YouTube. Hail chat. Hail Shanth. Yes, indeed. Hail Zaid Comics. So, dying days of YouTube. My brother. I don't know if you caught Double Impact the other night with Gabe and I, but we were talking about his own project he's doing, his own creator-owned book. So he's collaborating on Truth, Justice, American Way, and his next book is B-Flaw. And on that stream, someone asked him in the chat, who are you going to get to do the trailer for B-Flaw? And I said to Gabe, Gabe, if I could make a suggestion, the person I would hire to do a trailer for B-Flaw is the dying days of YouTube. So much love and big ups. Go back and watch it. You can check tape. That is indeed what I said. Angela Curry, you are everywhere. As always, Angela Curry's always everywhere. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Phil, let me know what days work for you, and we'll get it done, man. We'll get it done. We'll have you on, and we'll talk about CG Vacation, talk art, all of that great stuff. Not Art T-Bear. We're going to leave Art alone. He doesn't need us talking about him and all the time and, getting all that praise. Although we're happy to do it. But, yeah, I'll have to have you on, and we can talk about the book and all that great stuff. But, yeah, I play that trailer at the start of every one of my streams right now. Always representing. Except for the horror show that I'm doing with Vaughn. We had our first episode of our weekly horror show. We were talking about The Evil Dead last night. And the very first movie from 1981. And that's Vaughn Klaus and me. And that is Horror at the Waffle Lodge is the name of that show. And so you guys can find that. Was a blast. Really was fun talking to Vaughn. We have a very similar sensibility and passion for all this stuff. And that's the fun part of it, That's what makes this stuff fun. Let's see here. Yeah, let's see here. Hail Dying Days of YouTube. Holy cow, just jumped again. Sorry, guys. Hail Dying Days of YouTube. Hail Zaid. Zaid Comics. The benefits of working from home. Indeed, Angela. Hey there, Dying Days of YouTube. Very much appreciated, Shouts. Gotta lurk as I'm burning the midnight oil to get the next trailer out. Hey, listen, my friend. You just lurk, chill, sit back, and work to the noise. I just wanted to let you know, one artist to another, that I appreciate your work, and I'm happy to go and put the word out about it, my friend. And I know you do the same for me. Can't be said any fairer with that wonderful Nosfero Hogan the Bogan you did. So much love. I tip my hat to you. Hey, Maromi, absolutely. Yes, the legacy of CG could raise the bar. I absolutely believe that, Bane Mailer. I absolutely believe that. Yeah, Shanth changed the order of the trailers on that stream just to mess with me. That's true. Sorry, Stephen Rockwood. I'm so sorry. Hey, Scott, say Angela Curry. Maromi saying, hey, Angela Curry. Yeah, I love the Waffle Lodge, guys. I love hanging out here with you guys. It's funny because I try to explain to people that like how those times, funny enough, still on Brainerd Road at the comic shop or near the comic shop where, or not that near, but further down the road from the comic shop that Stephen Rockwood and I always used to hang out at, as you all know. There's where the Waffle House was that I used to go to, and we would just hang out there and we would do artwork and we would do whatever. And so I'm one of those people that's always going to be something that brings me joy and makes me laugh and think of those great times that we had there. I'm a big breakfast anytimer. I love me some breakfast anytime. And yeah, the Waffle House. See, now I've got Waffle Hut from Lady Killers, Waffle Lodge for me. But yeah, I loved my time there. It was a great time, and just it was a place where you kind of like went out and you did your own thing. Let's see here if I've got that sorted out. Okay, I think that's starting to come together. We'll see where we go. We'll see what we paint. I need some more detail in this for some reason. I don't know why. Absolutely. Tip my hat to you, brother. Let's see here. Yeah, yeah, Dying Days of YouTube. Yeah, the check is in the mail. That's right. Yeah. And he slams your the back of your favorite head against the wall. You just look that big old sucker right in the eye and you say, the check is in the mail. Have you paid your dues, Jack? Yes, sir. The check is in the mail. Gotta love that. Such a great flick. Really love that flick. That flick is was definitely, I quoted the heck out of that movie, but it's got one of my favorite it's got my favorite view on what America is really about represented in that film. It may seem like a heavy thing for Big Trouble in Little China, but I assure you it's true. The relationship between, Jack and Wang Chi, and that is freaking beautiful. I also love all the references to the legacy of Universal Pictures. The fact that the great founder of Universal Studios, Carl Laemmle, they have a character named after him, the character of The Funeral. Anyone who showed up was going to join Laemmle in the hell of getting cut to pieces, is a play on the name Carl Laemmle Sr., who founded Universal. And then the Wing Kong Exchange, if you look at the type on it, it's the same type as from the King Kong poster. And I love that, man. I love that stuff. Let me see here. I know that. What's that from? Yeah, absolutely. That is Big Trouble in Little China. That's right. Love Big Trouble in Little China. But yeah, the Wing Kong Exchange is basically just a play on King Kong. And I love that. And then, of course, you've got that giant kind of weird ape character that grabs her and throws her over the shoulder and runs off in the Wing Kong Exchange. So, there's so many great horror's legacy and history in that movie. But it also just has some great stuff, some great lines in it. And I love those lines in it. Let me see here. And oops, make sure I'm painting on frame. There we go. Make sure you're hitting that like button and making sure you're subscribed to this channel. Guys, we're doing great. You guys have been really crushing it for me out there, and I appreciate it. I mean, we're almost to, we were just talking about hitting 25K to unlock these trading cards just the other day, and now we're talking about 26K. And every dollar of it goes to making this stuff more possible and better and making it easier on my family. And I will tell you this, Mrs. Ingetti, who I hope I will need probably more years of my life to appreciate her as much as she is owed, has come on the stream when we launched the book to say hi, Comicsgate, and has backed me 100% in all of this stuff. And every time you guys, support us either on this channel or, there, it is appreciated, and it helps make our life easier and helps make us make beautiful artwork for you. So it's what it's about, guys, it's what it's about. I feel pretty good. I'm not scared at all. I feel kind of invincible. Love that line. Yeah, I love that elevator sequence is great. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Big Trouble in Little China is in my top 5. I love it. I just got the Shout Factory release of that recently, and it's so great. Dang, congrats, Sean. Hey, thank you so much, Phil. I appreciate it, brother. You've been with me during all this craziness. It has a beholder. Young geek me exploded. Yeah, absolutely. I remember thinking that because there's those books that you draw from when you're younger. And one of the books I always drew from was one of the original monster manuals. I thought that was the coolest book in the world. It was just, and I loved drawing, in elementary school, I loved drawing the Tiamat, the little tiny rectangular drawing of Tiamat that was in that book. Freaking love that. I actually have I wouldn't call it a miniature. It's more like a bigature, but I have a Tiamat over there on my bookcase next to a really tiny Weta Smaug dragon over there, because I just love the way they do textures on creatures. Man, that stuff is beautiful. But D&D was like a huge influence. Brahms' artwork on Dark Sun, I remember being a huge fan of that as well. There was just, there was so much art everywhere. And maybe that's a part of why what I'm doing people it's been resonating with people. I try not to overthink it. But I think that there's a lot of us who grew up looking at painted artwork everywhere and this beautifully handcrafted stuff in all of our culture, whether it's Drew Struzan posters or anything else. And I just think we miss it. You know, we love a lot of the new stuff we have. We love, you know, what video games are capable of being artistically right now. We love, you know, a lot of digital artwork. I know all of us like work that's done and created digitally, myself included. But there's just this thing that we grew up with that we took for granted. Those were the painted illustrations that were on the side of, you know, of arcade games when we would go play video games at the arcade. You know, the painted artwork that was on the toy packaging that we had, the movie posters that we had. I mean, there was so much great stuff. And it's almost as if it just one day it all just kind of vanished really suddenly. And I think that, you know, there's this part of us that really wants that stuff back in our life, that feeling of things being, you know, more hand done, you know, and that's, I don't know, I'm grateful for it. It's fascinating, but it's why, you know, even digital artwork can have a hand done quality to it. It's just that sense of the artist working on it. And I think comics are due for a comeback as a result. You see what we got here. Oh my gosh, let me adjust my glasses again. They fall down every time I look at my page. I look at Big Trouble in Little China as a juxtaposition of how a young and boisterous American react with faced with the unknowable mysticism of the East or something. Yeah, no, it's great. Since the USA is a relatively young country in the grand scheme of things. No, you're right. And I love how utterly American Eddie and Wang Chi were. That was one of the things I loved about it, that they were American immigrants. And when Jack says to Egg Chen at the end of it, and he says, why don't you go back to China, visit the motherland? He goes, China's in the heart, and wherever, you know, I am, you know, or she's with me. But he's very much an American guy. Like, he brings out, you know, he takes out the Dirty Harry gun in that part, and I was like, whoa, like it's great. He's like, here's one make you feel like Dirty Harry. I mean, he just killed that movie. He was so good in that. Let's see here. Yeah, we're in a cultural eclipse. You know what's so funny is I feel like we are coming out of a cultural eclipse, and that is what is so cool. You know, and you guys are at, like, you know, you guys are at the ground level of where all of this cool stuff is happening. I hope you guys feel that. I mean, I definitely, if I think about what Comicsgate was like when I first got into it in 2018, I'm thinking it might have been earlier, but I don't want to overstate. I know for sure it was 2017 I was there. And now I just have such a feeling of optimism, you know, such a feeling of optimism and not even optimism. I had optimism then. I have such a feeling of excitement about it because I feel like we really have come a long way. Random McGrandison, we're in a cultural drought. Yeah, people were begging for anything of value and corporate culture unable to provide anything but woke propaganda. Yeah, just bad scripts too, you know. Have you read the Big Trouble comics and thoughts? Actually, I have not. So I will have to check those out, man. I will have to check those out. Let's see here. Yeah, man. I don't know if I remember Aerosol's Adventures. Joe Jusko art. It just blew me away. And the boss reveal of that first issue legit scared me. That is, yeah. I love that we have memories about these things like we were, you know, like they were places we were at. And that's the ultimate sign of getting lost in comics and getting lost in your art. And that's what I love about it, guys. And thank you guys. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe if you haven't. Please check out Battle Brick Road, Nosfero, the Crypt Walker. I've got to go grab something to eat. We are at, oh my gosh, we're at 2 hours, but time flies when you're having fun with the awesome people in CG. I thank you guys so much for being here, for checking out the show I did with Vaughn last night, for reminding me, you know, or I should say, just affirming for me why I do this stuff, that there are cool people out there that we get to talk comics with, talk movies with, talk pop culture with, and talk art with. You guys are the best, and I really do appreciate you guys. Baby Mail Digital has been fun, overused for sure. There's something about tangible and innovation that comes with making your own tools rather than everyone else use the same things. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, there's the link for Nosfero, the Crypt Walker. Guys, thank you so much for being here. I'm going to play us out with our song, you know, the Crack Pack song. Much love to all of you guys, and I will see you guys soon, I promise. There will be more streams coming. We're getting into a really good groove right now. So you guys take care. I will see you soon, and peace.
Here's a little something for you bastards. Yeah.
You're not even learning anything on the street.
Yeah.
You think I'm stupid, son?
Yeah.
What I'm trying to say to you, boy?
Yeah.
Do you?
What's up with that?
Look at me, damn it!
Y'all cowards don't even smoke crack. What's up with
You
that?
smoke crack, don't you?
Y'all cowards don't even smoke crack.
Look at me, boy!
Hey to
You
you,
smoke crack, don't you?
don't even smoke crack.
You know what that does to you? Huh? You smoke crack, don't you?
Smoke crack.
Go on and do it expeditiously.
What's up with that?
It kills your brain cells, son. It kills your brain cells.
Don't even smoke crack.
No guts, huh?
I apologize. I forgot you were there. You may go now.